Hey there. Let's tell a story. Telling a story is easy. It doesn't take any effort. You just have to start. There's no plan, there's no destination, there's no direction. You just have to start. Take a moment right now. Look around you. Literally take your face off your screen, off your phone, whatever it is you're watching this on, and look around you. What do you see? Here, sitting at my desk, I see staples, I see a stapler, I see business cards, I see a puzzle that forms the Canadian flag. Already, I have several stories I could be telling just based on staples, stapler, business cards. Oh, Canada. I took a second just a moment ago, just before starting to record this, and using that Canadian flag, I started the story. Canada. Who vacations in Canada? Gerald asks, incredulous. It's a land of ice, maple syrup, giant flat-tailed rats, and hockey players. He moves his finger down the map and taps a location in Central America. No, Costa Rica. That's a place for a vacation. A little condescending to our northern neighbors, don't you think? Sarah chastised, her heart set on a trip to Montreal. That's the start of a story. I've got characters, I've got conflict, and I haven't even established the premise. I don't know where that story's going. Often I will write stories when I don't know where they're going, when I don't know who the characters are, when I don't even know why I'm telling this thing. But that's as easy as storytelling can be. Find something, use that as a prompt for the beginning of a story. Just see where you go, right? It can be oral, it can be written, it could be short. I don't know that that story's going to go anywhere. And you know what? If it doesn't go anywhere, that's okay. Because that will lead me to doing the next story, which will lead me to doing the next story. And it's amazing how often when you get into that habit, stories happen, stories grow, stories there's plots develop, characters develop, you learn things about the people that you're writing about, even if this is the first time you've even met these characters. Storytelling is an amazing way of communicating with people, of communicating with yourself, finding out what's going on inside your own head, inside your own emotions, inside your world, and how you're responding to it. I'm going to be starting a class at the SoCap Comedy Theatre here in Toronto, up on the Danforth, near Broadview. It's a class where I'm going to be combining writing exercises, kind of like this, just taking something from the environment and saying, start writing. We'll do it for a couple minutes and just see what happens, what starts. And then we'll talk as a group about where that story could go. Not that it has to go anywhere. We're also going to be inserting improv exercises, things I've learned in the 25 plus years I've been taking improv classes myself, applying things I've learned in storytelling classes and puppetry and all sorts of other things. All to get the writers in the room, because not everyone who signs up is probably going to be doing a lot of writing or have done a lot of writing, but to get the writers in the room to actually live in the moment of the things they're creating or that other people are creating, to actually experience it. It's going to be a lot of games. It's not about being funny. It's not about performing. It's not about memorizing anything. That's the beauty of improv. You're making it up as you go, much as we did with this story, right? So, come on out. I'll put the information for this class, which I call Out of Our Minds, and onto the page. I'll put that information somewhere around this post. The classes start in a couple of weeks. They're Saturday afternoons, so hopefully that works for you. In person, because it's harder to do this online. Not impossible, but harder. Less fulfilling, actually. Again, it's about getting you to write without thinking, making writing spontaneous, because it's fun, because storytelling is just a fun thing to do, and it requires next to nothing to do it. So I want this to be a fun class. I want this to be exploratory, you're also going to make mistakes and jumble up words, and that's cool. Um, this is all about just being creative because we're all creative, but we don't always give ourselves permission to be creative. We always think it has to be important, it has to mean something, it has to be good, it has to be funny, it has to be gritty, it has to be important. No. No, it can be as meaningless as this conversation between Gerald and Sarah about where they're going to go on their vacation and whether it's Canada or Costa Rica. I've been to both. I live in one. Both are beautiful, magnificent. If you get to go to Costa Rica, go to Costa Rica. If you get to go to Montreal, go to Montreal. But in the meantime, while you're waiting to get those opportunities to go to those places, come to the SoCap Comedy Theater and join us for Out of Our Minds. Out of Our Minds. Stop thinking. And onto the page. Start telling stories. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to giggle. We're going to be silly. We're going to be stupid. We're going to make a lot of mistakes. And that's actually the best part. None of this is important other than just getting yourself telling stories. Because it's fun. Have fun. Saturday afternoons, fun. 1 to 3 o'clock, fun. Hope to see some of you there. Again, the information for the class will be around this video. So sign up, learn more. DM me if you want more information.